Saw a tweet this morning from Chuck Todd that made me want to individually rip every single eyelash from my face. These confirmation hearings may just save cable TV for the short term. Sir? It's somewhat of a joke, but there's always an element of truth to a joke. And it's so telling that the focus is on saving cable TV and not democracy. Because, these confirmation hearings, if there are any at all, will be aired continuously, and there will be breakdowns, roundtables of all the crazy shenanigans that went on, but yet nobody sat down and was like, hey, let's talk about what a tariff is. No, let's watch Donald Trump sway on stage. I was a person in 2016 that turned to cable news, among other places, to make sense of what had happened. I watched the hearings. I had my favorite person I listened to at night. I turned to see what they had to say. Not this time. Not this time. In fact, I turned off the coverage early on MSNBC because it felt way too glib. I don't really need to see a bunch of people who are going to make a lot more money because of another Trump presidency. I'm joking around about this. And I get it. Some of that might be a little bit of a trauma response. It's been traumatic, okay? But some of it just felt a little too unserious for the moment. Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't save cable news. Maybe one of the positives that could come out of this, if anything, is that we really take a hard look at who owns our media, how they shore up power and influence, how they influence and own local stations as well, and how ultimately at the end of the day, as Chuck Todd says, it's about the ratings. It's not about the news value. It's not about the need to know. It is about the ratings. It's about making money. And it's not that journalism has to be this altruistic venture, but there's got to be something better than these huge digital media companies, 24-hour cable news stations that are beholden to shareholders, to advertising dollars, to getting the most outrageous soundbite to entice people to share it online and hopefully click through and watch the full video with that little advertisement in the beginning, which makes everybody happy, but it is a disservice to the people. I'll tell you one thing right now. I'm not watching these hearings on cable TV. I'm not doing that again. I'm not looking for the breakdown. I'm not looking for the analysis. I am not doing it. Because while I think a lot of Americans have learned some pretty hard lessons from 2016, the media hasn't. The media hasn't learned any. And I'm not going to reward that. So I am going to look for other independent outlets to get my news. I am going to definitely use NPR, and especially my local NPR affiliate, so that I'm not just getting what's happening at the national level, but I understand how it's impacting me, among other things, at the local level. We need to understand our local and state governments better. We need to invest more in being educated viewers and consumer of news. I'm not doing this.